Welcome back, everybody, to the XBA 2. Let's kick this off. We haven't seen Year 4 XBA 2 action up until now. We've only seen the XBA 2 High Risers and LA Sizzle taking on each other. But this one, we've got the defending XBA 2 champions from year number 3, the Oklahoma City Buzzards, taking on a pretty much a favorite team here in the XBA 2 to at least compete for the championship this season. That would be the Virginia Voltage. We got Calvin Klein here for Oklahoma City hitting a 3-ball. It's now 47-40. Here's a 3-ball shot from, you guessed it, Dom Highland. You can always tell where he's at with the white sleeve. 47-43. Now here's Brady Keniston all the way out from Oregon, coming across the country, being drafted by Washington. He finds himself here down at XBA 2, and he's actually performing fairly well. Ray Nadir going to hit a shot here for Oklahoma City. Now here's a 3-ball shot, good for Virginia. They've pulled it within 2 at the half. 52% for OKC, 47% I should say for the Virginia Voltage. Calvin Klein's taken a big step this season. He seems like he's going to be a nice player down in OKC, probably going to deserve a call-up at some point. We'll have to see if it's this year or if it might be next year. Either way, he looks like he's going to be a pretty solid player. Now look at Octave Andre, all the way out from the Euro League. Spent a couple seasons down in XBA 3, has really performed well. Arrows signed him, and he's gotten a rebound. Going to take this all the way in for 2 plus the foul. He's going to be a pretty solid player at the shooting guard position. Like we mentioned, Calvin Klein might be a player to watch out for. He played well defensively on that possession there and got his team an extra rebound. Now here come the Buzzards. Going to try to get this shot off. That would be Ray Nadir. He's not going to get that shot to go in. He will pick up the foul and go to the line. Now here's a 3-ball shot from Cassius Winston, the Arrows product. Bruno Versace from downtown. Going to try to hit a 3. No good, but this is cleaned up for the big-time dunk. 87-74, so it looks like the champs are not going away this season. Here comes Knight. That's Kobe Knight from Wisconsin. Gonna miss the shot, but Octave Andre with this with the rebound here. Can't get the shot off. He gets the shot blocked. Cassius the other way, getting a shot off. Here's Vernon Carey. Going to get the offensive rebound plus the 2, and that is going to do it for this game. It's a 15-point win for OKC over Virginia. Virginia still should be a good team in the XBA 2. They've got a lot of nice little players here on their XBA 2 roster, and you know what? OKC, I think, just had their number in this one. Might be a little bit overmatched, but we see the point totals here. We got Jess Moore with 6. Nadir led the way with 20. Carey 18 and 7, Bolden, Klein, Winston, Grant. Like, it's a good team out there in OKC, so maybe we just might be favored to win the whole thing again. I don't know. Keniston the other way, though, had some nice point totals. Dom Highland, Versace, the big 3 there for the Voltage. I still like the Voltage. I just think that maybe tonight wasn't really their night. Maybe it's a long season, so maybe we'll see that OKC is actually legit again for year number 4. And we'll just have to keep our tabs and keep eyes on that team and see what's going on out there with OKC. But you know what? Also, we might see a lot of those players get called up based on some injuries too. So OKC might take a little bit of a hit this season. We'll just have to keep watching. All right, the debut of the World Team. Yeah, the World Team, the XBA 2 World. This is a conglomeration of world players that just don't really have the game to get to the next level, the XBA level, and they're down here in XBA 2 competing against these other XBA 2 teams, and it's a good practice. It's a good team to have inside your league. They've got a lot of former pro players, and you know, a lot of these custom prospects on the Chili Dogs are going to get tested. It's good scouting, especially at the XBA level, to see, do your guys have it? Do your young guys have it? Are they going to have to get a little bit more work in? But so far, the Chili Dogs with 47% are killing the world. They're shooting 30% on the night, at least at the half. It is it's now 62-54 here as we jump a little bit further ahead. That's a really awkward shot that's still going to go in. Here's a 2-ball shot. That is going to land as well. 67-59. End of the third quarter goes with a bang as a 3-point shot is good. Chili Dogs will hit another 3. And we've got Dante Green Jr. From Illinois. Going to get to the line here, and he's been balling out, guys. Look at this. Here's Green Jr. here again for a 3 shot. That's good. 86-77, so a pretty substantial lead for the Chili Dogs, and they take care of the world like it was no big deal. 88-79 is the final score. Chili Dogs, a very good XBA 2 team themselves. They could find themselves in the mix again for a title run. Their team is pretty solid as well. So Dante Green Jr. from Illinois led the way for points for those guys out there in orange. So either way, good production, and I'm impressed with those Chili Dogs. All right, Tucson, the Rumble Squad. We haven't seen the Rumble Squad a whole lot, and there's a reason for that. They haven't been very good. They have not been very good. I don't think they've made the playoffs the last couple seasons. So, Tucson, welcome back to some gameplay, my friends. This is going to be a recurring theme here for the Sizzle. Watch this. Look at Preston Burnside gives Kyler Keyburn the business down in the paint. Tucson's been hit hard down there the last two possessions that we saw. I mean, they are. You want to challenge them in there? They're gonna make you pay for it. So Preston Burnside gives him the hard foul, then goes the other way, gets a two-shot good. That two ball is good for Tucson. It is a 32-29 game, but Greg Monroe going to fade away here, hit the shot. Now we've got a 34-29 game. This shot from Anjan from Louisville going to hit, and is a 34-33 game at the end of the first half. 39% to 43%. Close game either way. Sizzle here with the lead. They're a pretty solid team, man. Like they're taking it here to Tucson. Maybe Tucson, again, is just not very good. We'll get a standings update at the end of this video. But either way, I mean, Jerickson's having his way inside. They're hitting from long range as well. Like, this team is just a very, very good offensive unit. Here's a two-ball shot from, looks like Kendrick or Jerickson. Gonna hit that shot from a fadeaway. Two ball here, good for Tucson. Michigan State product. Guys, I'll remember his name in the box score. It's very difficult to remember all these custom prospects. We got over, like, what, 300, 400 prospects now between the XBA level and the XBA 2. I apologize. It's getting hard to remember, especially with all the generic faces. Generic faces, generic attributes. Yeah, it's very, very strange. But we got Jerickson here with a alley-oop dunk miss. Burnside gets the rebound. He kicks it back to him, and he hits the two anyway. So either way, he gets his two to go. 75-70 here, fourth quarter. 40 seconds left. Shot clock at 11 seconds. And a three ball in the fadeaway. Gonna hit. This three, no good. 2-point game. Chizoa fires it up. No good. Off the rim, and they get another shot here. Chizoa for two. Good defense by Jerickson or Kendrick. And the two ball is no good to tie the game, and Tucson will get the loss. 75-73, and the Sizzle still remain looking pretty solid. They look pretty good, man. Ty Redfield, 13 points. Mapson with 11. Swanigan with 10 for the Rumble Squad. Stevens, Andrew Stevens, there he is. That was the guy with the little fro from Michigan State. So the little headband in the fro, that was him. Andrew Stevens. Remember the name. Don't remember the face. Just remember the name, right? Portland and Central Cal. The Hoopsters against the Central Cal United. 3-1 game here. There's a lot of green. There's a lot of green. I like the color green on basketball court, on uniforms. Just looks good. Looks kind of cool, especially with the court being beige and yellow, and just looks cool, guys. 7-5 here, and we got a missed shot. 2 minutes, 55 seconds. Here is a little hook. That's gonna go. It's a nice little shot there. 24-15 as we jump here a little bit further in the first quarter. Of course, you know, with editing, you always got to see these last-second shots, see if somebody's going to hit them. They rarely, if ever, do. Here's John Wilkins from North Carolina. Yeah, nice little shot there. He didn't do a whole lot of that in North Carolina, so kind of good to see him open up kind of his game a little bit and hit that. Lenny Hickle from Florida. I remember that guy. He was a baller down the stretch, like Elite 8, Final 4. I remember that from year number 2, but he's making his presence felt here so far at Central Cal. 45-33 missed shot, but Kelvin Justice Jr. gets the rebound back to Davidson. Can't hit it, and a little disappointed there. Had left 2 points up on the board, but either way, it's a 12-point lead, 57% to 50. But Portland is going to come back here just a little bit late. Third quarter, 49-47, and Will Botwinski My dude from Michigan State. Yeah, custom prospect. If you're still out there watching Will Botwinski, he's been a good player out here for the Hoopsters. He should get the call up here sooner rather than later. Claxton with the steal. Gets it all the way up court. Oh, you gotta have that. You gotta have that. You got the lead right now, 79-78. But you gotta have that. But look at this play here by Kelvin Justice Jr. to Solomon. Gets the alley-oop. The little finesse play for 2. Portland gets a 2 as well, 81-80. We got Ralph Scumaci down low, is just a beast. He gets 2 to go, and then look at Isaiah Keefe. Isaiah Keefe gonna hit this shot, 84-82. Central Cal gives it to Justice Jr. He's got size on his man down low, that's Brown. He gets the 2 to go to tie, 84-84. We got a 3 ball to go to win. That's it, 0.2 seconds. You can't get a shot off of there. Isaiah Thomas from Kentucky, the national champion. Isaiah Thomas, as you hear me now, get me up to the XBA. So between Keefe and Isaiah Thomas, those guys just got it done here for Portland, and unfortunately for Central Cal, they get a loss. So 27 points from Keefe, 14 points from Botwinski. Isaiah Thomas had a good game as well, winning the game on that shot. What a game, guys. What a game between those two teams, and you know what? Kudos to Portland. Kudos to Portland for getting the dub. All right, let's move out here to 2 purple teams, 2 purple squads. Albuquerque Venom against the Fort Wayne Ninjas. Kind of a cool matchup here, guys. Out here on this dark court. I think it's kind of cool. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section. Let me know in the live chat. Marquise Diamond from North Carolina getting a 2. We see his action there. Nice little shot. And then look at this dude. Carlos Ruiz, a 7'7" monster. I think this is why Albuquerque is 9-1 on the season. Remember, when we auto-drafted, he was actually picked up. I forget the team name or the team that he was picked up by. But either way, we thought he was a custom guy. We thought he was a custom prospect. Well, he's not. He's actually a CPU-generated player, and he's been playing really well. He's been playing really well. I think that's why this team is 9-1 currently. They're currently up on Fort Wayne by 12, 63-51. We got Ethan Bolts here down low to Javrai Freeman from Washington. Gonna miss this shot. End of the third quarter here. Got about 10 seconds left here on the board. Let's see what we've got. We've got Garena getting blocked by Freeman there. Good defense. And we got Bolts here firing up a half-court shot. Almost went in. The sharpshooter from Michigan almost got that to go. We got Kioya there for 2 to make it a 10-point game. It's back now down to 12, and Kioya gonna hit that one as well. Back now down to 10. We got a 2-ball shot. Ooh, a little bit of a foul there. Just a little bit of one. And Eli Hefner gonna go to the line. Hits his 2. Got 2 more for Fort Wayne. 3-ball shot, no good. Here's a dagger shot. Albuquerque will get the dub, but it was, in the end, it was a 7-point win. So Fort Wayne got on a little bit of a comeback trail, but just could not end it, could not finish it. Albuquerque, on the other end, did. Let's move on to the box score. We got Diamond with 11, and other than that, there was just not a whole lot of offensive production from the Ninjas. Now on the other side, we got Troy Daniels here for 12. You got all these other players here for XBA 2. Albuquerque, they had a nice little showing. A lot of guys with double digits and a lot of guys that were close. So either way, good production for the Albuquerque Venom. Now let's move out to the XBA 2 Europe team. We have the XBA World and we have XBA 2 Europe. We're taking on the Iowa Monks. And everybody loves those Iowa Monks because they're just kind of a mean team a little bit. You know, purple and yellow. Yeah, I mean, they don't do a whole lot offensively. They've never really been like one of the more popular teams that everybody loves to make fun of them, especially with that logo and those terrible, terrible jerseys. 24-23, and then to start the second quarter, we got a 2-ball shot, gonna go good, and with the foul as well, gonna get to the line, hit their free throw. 3-ball for Georges Niang, a former Oklahoma City / St. Louis Arrows product. He's going to try his hand out here in Iowa. So we let him go. We had just had too many positions to fill. And he was not part of the restructure of our minor league system. All right, moving forward, we got a 50-37 game, guys. Europe is just being blown out. 13-point lead for the Monks. Look at the rebound totals, 20-20. I'm trying to find something in that box score that would really indicate the reason why the Monks are just destroying them. But I can't find it. I can't find it in the box score or the little halftime report there. But we got Slukas here for 2. Maybe Iowa's just a little bit better. But Europe does come back a little bit. They do come back. Here's Niang pass down to Humphreys for 2. That's good. Maybe they just might be getting outmatched with the size aspect. Can't really seem to figure out what's going on here. But Iowa up with a 5-point lead. Here's a 3-ball. And the world with Nando De Colo is going to hit this 3-shot. 86-88. But De Colo, uh-oh. Just as soon as I was talking about the world not being any good, they are coming all the way back. We are now at the end of Reg. Iowa, let the lead slip away. The world is coming back. 95-96. A 3-ball gonna hit. 98-96. Iowa with Alexander misses the shot. 20 seconds to go. You got to intentionally foul. And oh no, guys. DeColo here gets the 2 free throws. It's 100-96. Cooper, that's Gilbert Cooper, for 3. Not going to hit. And Europe, XBA 2 Europe. I was ripping on them and I just got schooled. I got taken to school, man. They came all the way back. A 6-point victory over Iowa. Don't know, man. Don't know what's up with that. Look at the point totals here. 23-24 in the first, 14-26, 32-32. It was close all the way. It was close all the way, but you know what? XBA 2 Europe really came through in the fourth quarter. Had 14 points, whereas Iowa, I think, had like 6 or 8. That's not going to cut it, man. It's not going to cut it. You can't score 8 points in an entire quarter, you know? So XBA 2 Europe gets a nice little win over Iowa. Iowa goes back to the drawing board. Got to fix some things up. Opening up the scoring here for Salt Lake is Theo Dawkins, and then we've got Victor Stretch Armstrong Jr. getting a nice 2. Those long arms, man. That's why they call him Stretch. Got the 2. Took a little contact as well, but got it either way. Boris Sutton, you guys saw him getting the 2 points up on the board, a big dunk to open up the scoring for Alabama. But DJ Webb Jr., look at this guy from Chicago Loyola. Another point guard here. So Salt Lake's got some pretty good point guards with Theo Dawkins and DJ Webb. This should be a nice 1-2 tandem here for the Shakers. 3-ball good here for Luke May, and Alabama's trying to come back a little bit. We got Marcus Smith getting the tough 2-shot to go off the backboard. That's a nice shot here. Here's John Lawyer. Back to Edwards for 3. Got it. Mid part of the third quarter, guys. Here's a 3-ball from Akusi. It's going to get that to go as well. And Alabama's come all the way back now, guys. Akusi for 3. It's 61-58. Jump forward. It's a 1-point game. 2-ball gonna go. That's a green shot. Look at Marcus Smith. He gets a green again. He knew it right off the release. 3-ball gonna land. 68-66. Gonna miss. And John Lawyer with the rebound. That turns into 3 by 3-0. Wow. 3-0 Dawkins. Is that going to be his nickname now? Theo Dawkins turns to 3-0 Dawkins. So John Lawyer's rebound turns into 3 for Salt Lake. That would be the dagger. Alabama comes back down, gets a 3 themselves, but it just wasn't enough. The Red Bellies are going to go down to the Shakers. Cameron Payne with 12, Luke May for 10. DJ Webb actually led the scoring. 17 points to Theo Dawkins' 12, and then Marcus Smith with 10. So, you know, I kind of like the Shakers here a little bit. I wouldn't anticipate them winning the whole league, but I think they're going to be a little thorn, a little pesky thorn in some guys' sides, some team sides, I think, this season. They've got a nice little 1-2-3 punch at the top of their list, top of their roster. Moving forward, let's get to Orlando, the Voyagers, taking on the XBA 2 High Risers. And the High Risers have a lot of work to do, guys. It is currently 39-27. Their offense is not looking like it's coming out to play yet. They're really just, they don't have an offensive identity, and it's really, really hurting them. Really, the only guy that's stepping up for them is like Joe Beck You know, Marcus Jones, the brother of Malik Jones, he gets a steal here. So here's Beck and Hill teaming up, but that's going to be blocked by Ohio State center Walter Allard. And a 41-31 game. Nice passing. Trey Burke gets the 2. No contest on the shot. I don't know what's going on here with the high risers. Their offense, again, just does not really exist. It's really going through 1 or 2 players out of 5. And you know what? They don't have bad players. It's just their strategy must not be really fitting the players that they have. Something's going on either way. High risers just got to get the offense going, guys. And you saw Horace Hill walking off the court at the halftime, talking to his coach, saying, "What do we got to do, coach? What do we got to draw up here?" But 51-40 after Letterman is going to hit this 3-ball shot, but you know that's an 11-point lead. We jump forward. It's 94-78. It's a 16-point game, guys, with 1 minute and 12 seconds left. Here comes Trey Burke, just trying to drive in there. He's got nothing. He finally finds an open shot near the key, hits it. Final score 97-78, and it just seems like the high risers just don't have a lot going for them from the offensive standpoint. Marcus Jones, 13 points. Hill, 13 points. Beck, 13. It's just not enough. And you know what? When I look at the rebound totals, maybe that's what the problem is. They're not getting second chances to get more points up on the board. And if you don't have another big man to play good offense or defense for you to clog up that hole, you're not giving yourself second chance opportunities, and you're not stopping anybody's second chance opportunities. That's gonna hurt your chances big time. All right, moving on here to Boise and Ottawa. 4-0 currently, and then we got Jeremy Grant firing up a 3-ball. It is currently 7-0. We got Jack Kaponen with a nice pass to Samuel Williamson to get 2, and here comes Ottawa. It's 11-8. Good body control to hit that shot. Now Jack King with only a second left on the clock. He hits this shot, contested, all the way from Hawaii. So nice play there. Look at Jack Kaponen. We don't see him a lot in the gameplay. We see him a lot in the comments section, but this time we get to see him and see what he's got. See if all that talk can back up his play. And so far, so good. He's got 5 points, contributing to the 26. It's a 26-32 game. Let's go all the way out to the end of the third quarter. Miles McCarthy from Florida gets pumped up there. On defense, though, he's working on Dante Barron, Miami product, going up against Florida product. Here's Patton, gets the easy 2. You had to make that play. Your guy was undersized, but Boise's going to let the lead slip away here. The game is now tied as Williamson takes this steal all the way for 2, and a flashy 2 at that. Here comes Jones, and Alston with the steal. Robinson gets the lay-in, and now Ottawa has the lead. Jones gets the pass, trying to make up for that turnover. He gets the hook shot off the backboard and in. Game is now tied. 1:23 left to go here. Boise driving. Pass down low to Jones. Gets the 2 and the foul. He will go to the line. He missed it as well. Jack Kaponen comes the other way. Gets a 2 to take the lead. Now Kaponen gets a steal. Man, he's putting his money where his mouth is right now. And then look at the pass down to Alston. He gets the big dunk. That is going to be the dagger. And Ottawa will get the win. 78-73 is your final score. Jones with 16. Grant with 13 and 2. Highsmith 12 and 2. And then we got Dante Barron, guys. Dante Barron with 8 minutes and 17 points. 7 and 14. So he made the most of his time, guys. He's only in for single digits, and he shot the ball 14 times. Jack Kaponen, 16 minutes, 14 points. Between those two guys, they led the comeback. So good production from those dudes. Let's head on out to the Star Center. 16-10 Memphis against Hartford on the road. Offensively, Memphis, they got to get a little more production. They got Tyler Augustine. They had Uriah Cassell get called up, so they've lost a little bit. They got Aiden Braun here hitting a 3, so that is good for them. But, you know, they're just missing a little bit. They're missing a little bit offensively. They're not scoring a ton of points. At 16-10, seems like a good record, right? But down in XBA 2, you got a lot of XBA 3 teams that you're playing up against, so that's kind of like you can pad some of your wins. So they're going to need to come out tonight and start hitting a bunch of shots. And it looks like their offense is going to be just fine here against Hartford, but it's about consistency, it's about staying power, and Tyler Augustine not getting a lot of minutes, so far, but you know, in this game, he gets the call because Cassell, they gotta fill the spot with Cassell. Now here's a big dunk, and Memphis is actually with the lead. They got 40%, so explain that. They got 40% compared to 44%, and they're just bombing things all over the place, guys. They're just hitting shots left and right. 52 to 49 as this 3-ball shot goes. It's 60 to 53 now. Hartford coming back just a little bit, but good pass by Jeff Jefferson to Tyler Augustine in the cut towards the baseline. Here is a 2-ball shot by Carter Andres from Syracuse. Can't hit. It's a 4-point game. Augustine off the backboard with a little kiss. Here comes Miguel Ramirez from Sacramento State. Weaves his way in between traffic, gets the 2. Now here's Jeff Jefferson was going for the dunk, but Kemba Nuke gives up the foul, and that might cost Hartford here. But Ramirez hitting the 2. Memphis the other way, hitting a 2. Andres with 27 seconds. Oh, what a shot. The spin around, little fade, going to get the 2 guys. It's a tie game. Here comes the winning shot. No good. We are going to overtime. If, in case this shot does not go in, it's not. Go figure, right? We're going to OT. We're at the end of regulation. Look at Ramirez, though. He had Kemba Nuke down low. If he wanted to throw him the pass, he could have, but he decided to take the shot, and he hit it. Augustine going to miss. Kemba Nuke with the rebound. Here come the Hogs, the Hartford Hogs. Look at Ramirez down low to Walker. Sejan Walker misses the shot. 83-82 game. Here come the Blue Stars. Kicks it out here to Braun for 3. He misses as well. Hogs have a chance to extend the lead. Ramirez, what a pass. Ramirez is going to get the lay-in for 2. It's 84-85. 3-ball here, no good. Patrick Davis with that long wingspan from Kentucky gets it, and now we've got a green from Tyler Augustine, the Tennessee prospect. Gonna hit the shot, guys. 86-85. It could be the game winner. We'll see what they draw up here. Sejan Walker for 3. No good. That would have been for the win. A 2-ball would have been for the win as well, but that's really tough, man. That's tough to ask of a guy trying to hit a shot with 1 point something left on the clock. Very, very tough. But Augustine had 14. Williams Goss had 14. Jeff Jefferson and Blake Rudd, 12 and 10. So I was very critical of Blake Rudd and Jeff Jefferson being drafted, but those guys came out to play and they got it done. The other way, Ramirez led the way for the Hogs in point total. So good production for him, especially as a 1-year pro. So good player out there from Sacramento State. All right, moving on here to 7-7 game. We got the Atlantic City Action, who were in the finals last year. And then look at this big time dunk from Earl Bettis from Baylor. This guy is going to be this guy should be on the upswing. He should be getting a call up here probably next season. He's got a little bit more grooming to go, but I think he's going to be a pretty solid player, guys. 35-33 now. Look at, here's Malik Bishop with the breakout. Whoa! High-flying Malik Bishop from Auburn. Dude, this guy, man, he hit some clutch shots. And Auburn was a fine player. He's making some nice plays here down in XBA too. He's got 11 points. We got Bettis with 6 and 5. Don't pay attention to those assist numbers, guys, because those are still glitched out. 2K apparently doesn't want to fix them because, you know, this is 2K20 and not on 21. So it's never going to get fixed. So just keep it in mind. 3-ball shot here, good. We are in the mid part of the 4th quarter. Now here's Chris Clemens from Campbell University. You guys remember Chris Clemens, the all-time leading scorer? Yeah, he's going to hit that 3-ball shot. Here's another 3 from Chris Clemens. Has got like what? No range? Any distance he can hit? It's ridiculous. Malik Bishop, though, hits a 3. Yeah, he's even got the turnaround game going, man. He can do it all. Long range, perimeter shots, inside shots, dunks, flashy dunks, whatever you want. He can do it. It's 76-75. He's going to hit another 3. Bishop down by 3. 75-78. He's trying to set up. He's trying to set up the ISO. He's going to fire it up to tie the game. Malik Bishop. God, dude, you are so freaking clutch. Malik Bishop with the 3-ball, for San Antonio. Can't hit, and we're going to overtime again. We got another overtime game. What has this been? Three overtime games in this XBA 2 action? It's ridiculous. 86-86. Atlantic City with 32 seconds on the clock. We got Danny Gold from North Carolina hitting a 2. 20 seconds. Musa near the corner hits a 2, not a 3. He had a foot on the line. It's Malik Bishop time again. Can he be clutch once more? He gets the angle on Musa, but he can't hit this shot, and we're going to double overtime. All right, 90-90. Here is Bishop for 3. Can't hit this shot. You might be thinking he might be getting a little bit exhausted. Here come the River Cats. Musa with the dunk with 47.8. And he will hit that dunk to get him up by 2. 92-90. Here's Bishop. Ball in his hand. Back to Brazikis for 3. No good. Wingate with the rebound. Back out here to San Antonio. They will attempt the 3 ball. That's going to hit. Musa puts the dagger on this game, guys. It is 95-90. And between the fouling and the 3-point heaves, Atlantic City will hit a 3-ball shot to make it a 2-point game as your final score. So 95-93, very, very good game for Clemens. 24 points. Good game for Musa as well, guys, with 15, and he hit some shots here late in this game. But what is there left to say about Malik Bishop, guys? I think 22 shots, actually hitting 28 points. I think he's got to get the call up at some point. The guy's just, he's balling out here at the next level, and he was a good prospect at Auburn. So I would anticipate Malik Bishop getting the call at some point by Philly. I think he's on contract with Philly. If you guys need to check and take a look at where some of those XBA 2 guys are supposed to be heading to, you can in the description. There is a Google form you can click on. It is the XBA 2. It's called XBA contracts, I believe. So that shows you where guys are supposed to be assigned. So let's go now check out the standings for XBA 2. Let's see, get an update to see where these guys are all at and performing. All right, guys. So we are actually through December at this point in the XBA 2 season. In the XBA, so on Sunday, we're actually going to get through to January 31st. So we're going to get all the way up to the new year, but we're providing you guys this update as the end of December for XBA 2 to kind of get an idea of what players are playing well, what teams are playing well, and then we'll obviously make call-ups and do things like that for the XBA level after week 4 gameplay. So basically after Sunday, then you guys can kind of get an idea of who needs to be called up, and we'll go from there and who's playing well at the XBA 2. So we see Portland here at 24-5. They're having the best season in the Western Conference. Oklahoma City at 20-6. Central Cal 22-9. And Salt Lake City at 20-7. Albuquerque 20-8. So really no surprise here with these teams that are up top in the Western Conference, the XBA 2 world at 18-7. The Blue Stars just offensively doesn't seem like they're doing a whole lot. They're actually one of the worst teams in the XBA 2 level offensively. I talked about that in the video, but we got Tucson at 17-11, River Cats 15-12, Sizzle at 14-13. So that's kind of a disappointment, man. 89 points. Offense just really not coming through. And you know what? Maybe my expectations with these XBA 2 new teams, these high schoolers, these freshmen, coming into this pro level style of play. I mean, a lot of these guys have been in the XBA or in the NBA when that existed for a long time. So these guys are going up against top tier competition, and 14-13 is nothing to really scoff at per se, but 14-13, maybe our expectations were a little bit too high, right? XBA 3 teams, Wyoming holding on to that strong 1-25 start, man. Lost 14 in a row. Could you imagine losing 14 games in a row? Talk about losing culture, man. Talk about losing culture. XBA Ohio 2-27. Ugh, just terrible, terrible, terrible. Now, this is surprising to me. XBA Europe is 22-4 at the top of the Eastern Conference. The Iowa Monks. Yeah, the Iowa Monks 23-7. And you know what? We might have seen a Eastern Conference championship in the XBA 2 preview here in our video today. So both those two teams playing well at the top. Atlantic City, man, that's surprising. So their defense is really, really solid. 77.5 points per game. Ottawa, Sneaky little team out there in the East. Could be a problem with Jack Caponen. Virginia still holding with that 20-7 record. And then we got Cincinnati dropping off a little bit. Alabama 13-16. So the bad drafts by Jacksonville gonna cost you, little broski. You gotta hit on your drafts, man. That's a clear cut indication that your team has not been doing very well in the draft. So there's your standings. Let's go take a little bit of a look at statistics. How about that? Statistically speaking, we got Alexei Shved leading the league in points per game, 15.4. Jack Caponen, all the talk, man. He's performing. There's nothing else that we can say. He's performing, 14.9. They got Joseph Jones here at 14.8, which is no surprise to me. I mean, we knew that he was good out in Kentucky, so kudos to you, sir. Theo Dawkins with 14.6, that's no surprise. Now, Brownie Baker is kind of a surprise. We love to meme on Brownie Baker, but you know what? Coming from XBA 3 all the way up here to XBA 2, he's actually performing very well. 14.5 points per game. Eli Hepner, 14.3. Slukas, 13.9. Dante Barron from Boston, out there in Ottawa. I've got Iowa on the brain here, but Ottawa, 13.9. So between these two guys, Dante Barron and Jack Caponen, I think this is why Ottawa is really playing well. Highland, really no surprise there, 13.9. Scumaci, averaging 13 and 11. Look at the offensive and defensive rebounds per game. He's such a good player for Central Cal. So whoever he's owned by, and again, you can look at that in the Google Sheets that's linked in the description. They got a good player with Scumaci. Cody Okuntunde from Florida playing pretty well. Boris Sutton, actually nice surprise, 13 and 10. He was drafted late. He kind of slipped a little bit down in the XBA draft this year, but playing well with a double-double average. Akusi, 13 points per game. Now look at all the Alabama Red Bellies down here. All right, so maybe something's going on with Alabama. They're not meshing well, but individually, we've got some good players there. But DJ Webb, 13 points, 12.9 for Meiser, Max Swain, Menendez, Keniston, Jamison Kendrick. There he is loaded up. Now I know the face, so I can get that right the next time. Preston Burnside, 11.9. Isaiah Thomas, yeah, a lot of good players. You got a lot of guys that you are familiar with. Gary Blackman from XBA 3 is playing well, 11.7. Kobe Knight, my dude, 11.7. Calvin Klein playing well. Yeah, Langston Hartley getting a little uptick in points per game there. Alex Brown, 10.8. Ray Nadir, Horace Hill, 10.7. Yeah, so I think that we have a lot of solid players here. Let's take a look at defensive rebounds per game. 10.6 for Swanigan, 9.6 for Haas. Man, a lot of XBA 3 guys are getting a ton of rebounds per game, guys. Look at the oh, that's defensive rebounds per game. So look at the total rebounds per game. 13.5, 13.4. It's just a ton. A lot of missed shots. With a lot of XBA 3 teams, right? So maybe this is where Swanigan is getting all of his rebounds too. Now, when you get XBA 3 versus XBA 3, their offenses are so bad that defensively speaking, Haas gets a ton of rebounds, Bogdanovich is going to get a ton of rebounds because their offenses are terrible. Like if we look at let's see, like game history, recent games, look at the rebounds, right? So 19 against Portland. They're not playing it well. Look at Ohio, at XBA Ohio, 21. At XBA Minnesota, 20 rebounds in that game. It's absolutely insane. So assists-wise, you got Bruno Versace. That was no surprise to me. He's one of the best players overall rating-wise down here at the XBA 2 level. So 7.1 leading the way. Kelvin Justice Jr., he's a kind of a surprise to me with 5.2. Slukas, Machado, Okada, that rounds up your top 5. But yeah, Kelvin Justice Jr. was taken late. I think he was taken in the round two. So round 2, pick 5. He's performing well down here. He's really meshing, really finding a groove down in XBA 2. So guys, that is gonna be it. Leave a like if you like this thing, and we will be back for more XBA content tomorrow. You guys are gonna get the pro level game. 10 games on slate, so make sure you get your picks in for XBA contest for week number 4 if you want to win a prospect for year 5. And we'll go from there. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing. I will catch you in the next one. As always, thank you for watching, and peace.